Hello and welcome to the 8th episode of The Hawk Nest. I'm Baxter Worth.
And I'm MADDIE Wallace.
Our Thanksgiving food drive battle has started. The collection started last week and will go until November 15th. Here are the rules. Each regular size can is 1 point, but the catch is that each dollar donated takes away a point. The most points collected by a class is the winning grade. Just remember, canned goods add points and dollars subtract points. The donation spot is in the library. Just look for your class's sign. Keep in mind that the most important thing is to give to the less fortunate.
The Big Blue Machine went to state military marching contest this past weekend. It made an excellent rating. Even though they didn't do as good as they wanted to, they are already planning to work harder and get first next year.
Hi, my name's Colin Litsky.
I'm Connor Rivers.
And this is College Pick'em. So first we got number 5 Penn State playing at home against number 13 Minnesota. Penn State just got released as number 4 in the college football playoff polls. It's kind of hard to go against Penn State this week. I have them over the Golden Gophers.
I'm taking Penn State for sure.
The next game we have is Maryland at number 3 Ohio State. Ohio State was actually just put as number 1 in the college football playoffs. Maryland's a great team. They always seem to take down a big opponent, but I don't see Ohio State losing anytime soon.
Ohio State.
Next we have number 11 Baylor playing unranked TCU. TCU beat Texas earlier in the year when they were ranked. I have TCU this week beating Baylor.
I don't know. I'm taking Baylor. Baylor's pretty good.
Next we got number 18 Iowa versus number 16 Wisconsin. Jonathan Taylor's putting together a great year. A Heisman candidate. I see him putting up over 100 yards rushing and potentially 2 touchdowns this week against Iowa. I've got Wisconsin.
I'm taking Iowa.
And finally, the last game, we've got number 1 LSU against number 2 Alabama, and we've got guest star Colin Pamerka coming in. So for this week, we've got Alabama playing LSU. Tua is putting together a great year. He's also got Jerry Jeudy, the third too. That's been a great threat all year. Joe Burrow really hadn't played a great secondary all year. It's going to be a good competition to see him playing against Alabama's secondary. But I've got Alabama this week.
So do I. I don't think that LSU can hold the 3 wide receiving core that they have at Alabama, and I think they're going to put up a lot of points.
Agreed.
Thank you for joining us this week on College Pick'em. Join us next week with guest star Casey Walker. Once again, I'm Colin Litsky.
I'm Connor Rivers.
Thank you for watching.
Tonight, our freshman and JV football teams will play at Liberty. The freshmen start at 5 and JV at 6:30. Friday, the varsity football plays Liberty at 7:30. Saturday at 10 a.m., the girls basketball team starts their quest for San Antonio at Westbrook, and then on Tuesday they'll play Crosby at 4:30. On Wednesday at 5, the varsity boys basketball team will scrimmage Goose Creek. Yearbook staff will be in the Commons during lunch pre-selling yearbooks. They will sell a total of 175 books, and the cost is $65 until December 1st.
If you plan on taking an AP test in the spring, you must sign up in the counselor's office by November 14th. The tests are $85 or $53 for economically disadvantaged. The boys basketball season just started. Here's Baxter and Maddox with more.
The boys basketball season just started. We talked to Coach Davis and a few players for more.
Expectations are always high, but what we want to see is our players improve throughout the season and be gelling at the right time so that when late February and March roll around, we're still playing basketball. We want to see steady improvement from all of our players as far as outcomes go. Obviously, we'd like to win a district championship and let that propel us into the playoffs, and we always want to be playing that first weekend in March in the regional tournament for a chance to go to the state tournament. Just always excited about a new season, a new opportunity to improve on things that maybe we didn't do as well the year before. Or to use the previous year as a springboard to an even better year this year. Excited about working with our kids and just to see the improvement every day in all facets of their life.
I'm really just ready to play my heart out in every single game and never give up.
I'm really just looking forward to being able to dunk at a home game and the crowd going nuts.
Be sure to come out to all the home basketball games. This is Baxter Worth with Hawk News. Several teachers and students with the English department attended the Renaissance Festival Tuesday to experience medieval fun. Here's Ashton with more.
The English department went to the Renaissance Festival on Tuesday, November 5th. We interviewed Miss Henry and 2 other students to find out more.
Well, one of the things that we do in high school is we read a lot of Shakespeare, and so it's kind of an experience for them to get to see really what the Renaissance period was like. But this year, Mr. Brown came to me early on and said that he really wanted us to go on a field trip, and he felt like this would be a good one, so we were really excited because it's been several years since we've been.
Well, I think the point of this trip is just to kind of help us get back into that Shakespearean feel of the ancient times, kind of to help us get connected sort of with that old English culture.
I think it'll be cool to learn about the history of, medieval times and how that's played into the modern day technologies and how it's shaped today's society.
One of the things, well, a couple of the things. So we talk about what art looks like, what music, just behavior in general, and just be able to kind of get immersed in the actual literature that we read in class. So I think everybody's going to take away something different.
This has been Ashton Lunsford and Dylan Clement covering the Renaissance Festival.
This is Alexis Benoit interviewing Dakota Gallier for Senior Spotlight. Dakota, what are you doing after high school?
I'm going to go to college and probably get a degree in forensic science.
10 years from now, what will you think about high school? And what's the first thing that you'll think of?
The memories I made with my friends over the summer and definitely throughout the year.
So you've been in Starlets since freshman year, and this is now your second year of being a lieutenant. How has being in Starlets changed your high school experience?
I definitely feel like I got a new sense of confidence, like dancing in front of the school and everything. And I made friends with the younger girls.
What was your most embarrassing in-school memory? Did you learn anything from it?
I'm just dumb in general, so I think each time I learned that even smart people can be dumb too.
Who has been your favorite teacher in high school?
Miss Lapp. She calls me her attack nugget.
What does that even mean?
Like when the students are bad, I'm her attack nugget.
Lastly, describe your senior year in just 3 words.
Challenging, friendships, and wild.
Okay, this has been Alexis Benoit with Dakota Gallier for Senior Spotlight.
Senior night is tomorrow for our football boys. Here's Maddie and Layton with more information.
This Friday, we have the HJ football team's last home game, and we talked to Ty LOUVIERE and Kendall KEEL about their experiences from this season.
I'm a senior football captain. It's just great to have a community come together for one night, one big celebration. Even though we haven't had the best of the season, I want to go to Baylor, but I don't know if I'll get in.
My role in senior night is I'm an athletic trainer. I've been an athletic trainer for 2 years now. What we do is we provide hydration for the boys, and we also provide like minor medical assistance and help our main AT, Kayla. Senior night, my mom and dad are going to be walking me, Missy and Joey KEEL. My little sisters are going to be in the crowd supporting me. I plan on either going to Texas State or LSU to major in healthcare administration or management, and I'm super stoked about that.
The game starts at 7:30, so get out and support your Hawks.
I'm Ashton Lunsford, and I'm interviewing teachers about their most memorable moments in their teaching career. I love you. Miss Lapp, what is your most memorable moment in your teaching career?
When I taught 8th grade, at the end of the year, we would always make solar ovens. And I had a kid who was kind of a redneck, and the kids would get to cook and then eat what they had brought that day for lunch. And I had to utter words I never thought I would say before. Please get the barbecued squirrel off my desk, because he brought barbecued squirrel for his solar oven. So.
Thank you, Miss Lapp. Miss Chair, what is your most memorable moment in your teaching career?
Well, actually, I have about 1,000 memorable moments of times when I feel like my students have really connected with whatever it is that we're studying in class. When we laugh together, we cry together, we get angry together at whatever it is that we're reading, whatever work of literature we're studying at the time. It's in those moments that I feel like students get a real understanding that no matter what we're going through in life, we're not alone. There's an understanding that through our fears, our pain, our joy, we all share that through the human condition. And those moments when I feel like students get that there's always somebody who understands and can relate to us, those are my favorite moments, my most memorable times.
Thank you, Ms. Chair. Thank you. Ms. Thomas, what is your most memorable moment in your teaching career?
Having taught for 20 years, I can't say that I really have one specific moment that stands out to me. But through the years, I have taught hundreds of children that each individual success for them has been a success for me as a teacher. I have students who have gone on to be lawyers and doctors, psychologists, teachers, and those successes are my successes.
One lightning bolt has enough energy to toast how many slices of bread? A, 0, B, 10,000, C, 100,000, or D, 1 million?
Well, believe it or not, I've actually thought of this question before. You see, 10 bear-sized chickens means that I'm having to fight massive conglomerate chickens, dude. These are chickens that are like really large people, but with beaks, man. They'll peck your eyes out, but like really muscularly. But chickens also aren't very smart. See, 100 chicken-sized bears means that I'm fighting just with a bunch of puppy dogs, basically. Like puppy dogs with sharp claws and stuff. So, in conclusion, chickens, I guess. Well, the big chickens.
Hello, I'm Leighton Fielder. And I'm Casey Walker. And welcome to Cooking Papa, where we show you some delectable recipes for delectable foods.
Let's get into it.
For these ingredients, you'll need sugar, salt, baking powder, oil, milk, and some eggs. All right, so what you're gonna need first is a good flour base. We're gonna need 1 1/4 cups of flour going in first, into the bowl. Next, we're gonna have to get 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And for the next 2 ingredients, I'll throw it to Casey.
All right, next, you're gonna need 3 teaspoons of sugar. All right, next, you're gonna need 3 tablespoons of oil.
These last 3 ingredients we're going to do is have 2 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 cup of milk, and last but not least, an egg.
All right, now that you have all of your ingredients in the bowl, you're going to thoroughly mix it.
Now that you got your batter ready, it's time to grease this bad boy up. And then turn on that burner. All right, now that your pan is nice and hot, it's time to put in your pancakes. Get a nice smooth pour, circular motions in order to get the nice pancake circles. All right, first pancake done, one more. Oh.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of Cooking Papa.
See you next time.
One lightning bolt has enough energy to toast how many slices of bread? The answer is C, 100,000. Our word of the week is lugubrious, which means looking or sounding sad or dismal. That's all for today, and remember, it's a great day to be a hawk.